Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into some tech funding news. Specifically, a mixed reality startup called Flam just pulled in $14 million for their Series A.
Right, and we're working off a FinTrack report from just yesterday, May 13th.
So Flam, remind us quickly what they do.
Sure, they basically create these, mixed reality experiences for brands. Think interactive stuff you access through like social media links, websites, even QR codes.
Ah, okay, so making brand interactions more immersive.
Exactly. The aim is better engagement with you, the audience.
Got it. And $14 million Series A, that's not insignificant. Who led the charge?
Yeah, it's a solid amount. RTP Global was the lead investor on this.
RTP Global, okay.
And Dovetail joined in, along with some investors who were already backing Flam.
Right, building on previous rounds then.
Yeah, they had a $4.5 million pre-Series A back in May 2024. That one had TurboStart, Twin Ventures, a few others. So yeah, steady interest.
Definitely growing confidence there. Okay,
Yeah.
so $14 million now. What's the plan? Where does it go?
Well, the report points to two main things. First, a big push to scale up operations in the U.S. market. That seems key.
Makes sense. And second,
Second is maintaining their foothold in India. They actually started making money there about a year ago.
interesting. Now, something that really jumped out at me from the report, Flam is apparently claiming a 45% market share in the US already.
Yeah, that's a bold claim, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially since they were only founded in 2021.
That's what I thought. Pretty rapid growth if that figure holds water.
It really suggests they've hit on something effective, maybe a specific niche or a very efficient way for brands to use M&R. It could be a strong first mover advantage they've carved out.
And the founders, Shreya Agarwal, Malhar Patel, and Rajat Gupta, they've managed to land some big fish already. The client list has over 100 brands, including Google, Samsung, LG.
Right. Flipkart, Britannia, Netflix, AJIO too.
Wargaming, WPP, these are major players.
Definitely. Having names like that on board, it really lends credibility. It shows these big companies see real value.
Yeah, it suggests the tech isn't just hype, it's delivering something useful for engagement.
Absolutely. These brands are always looking for the next edge.
And speaking of tech, it sounds like Flam's not standing still. They're working on, what, Atlas Gen AI.
That's right. They're putting R&D into this idea of using generative AI to quickly create MR and 3D assets for brands.
Okay, break that down. What's the benefit?
Well, the goal is enabling brands to create, launch, and track these high-quality experiences really fast. And crucially, they want to load in under 300 milliseconds on basically any smartphone.
Under 300 milliseconds. Wow.
Yeah, and all without needing you to download a separate app.
That seems like the key part. No app needed. Removes a big barrier.
Exactly. That speed and ease of access could be a huge deal for getting people to actually use it. A potential game changer.
Okay, so let's try and bring this together. What are the main takeaways here?
Well, first off, this $14 million round clearly shows strong investor belief in Flam, right? In their tech and their place in the MR market.
Right, confidence is high.
And second, that focus on the U.S. market, tied to that claimed market share, signals a real ambition for, dominance.
And the technology itself, that Atlas Gen AI infrastructure, seems like a significant step.
Definitely. It can make it much easier and faster for more brands to adopt mixed reality.
Yeah.
That speed claim is particularly notable.
Making it seamless, immediate.
Precisely. And as we said, having those major clients already using their platform, it validates their whole approach so far.
So wrapping up, we've got a well-funded company claiming rapid growth, impressive clients, and pushing innovative, fast, appless MR tech for brands.
Yeah, that paints a pretty clear picture.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads to a final thought, doesn't it? As this kind of MR experience like Flam is developing gets faster and easier to access, how fundamentally might that change how brands try to connect with you, with all of us, in the near future? Could we see a real shift away from just, standard ads towards these much more interactive, maybe even personalized MR moments? Something to think about.